Adoption has been around for thousands of years.
Originating in ancient Greece, where stories were told of gods adopting foreigners from different lands. The first law put around adoption was the Massachusetts Adoption of Children Act, enacted in 1851, which is considered the most modern law.
Massachusetts law states that both parents have to consent before an adoption can begin. It also states that they have 4 days after their child is born to make decisions and make sure that that's really what they want to do. This was the beginning of social change, which opened new doors, which impacted different families that didn't have necessary resources in place to care for a child. As most adoption services continued, they became more successful over time.
So August 22nd was my little sister's birthday, and my aunt was going to court because she wanted to adopt us, and she had been trying to adopt us for a while since we'd been taken away from our birth parents. And she comes home from court and she tells me, she says, "I'm sorry, honey, but like we can't adopt you, and there was complications in the court, but your birth mom signed her parental rights away. So now she isn't your mom, like she can't legally be your mom anymore. But you are moving with your little sister to Seattle tomorrow." So we had one day notice that we were moving. Then next thing you knew, I was living with my sister and my mom in a neighborhood called Ballard in Seattle. But we weren't actually officially adopted until that next February in 2014.
Well, my adoption was kind of different from Sienna's. I was adopted when I was 10 months old from Guatemala. My mom was a little bit older, and she went through kind of struggles dealing with age.
Adoptions can have their hardships, especially when adopting from outside of the United States, such as paperwork issues, getting all your stuff together, transportation,
And many other factors can compromise an adoption. Different states have different requirements that you must meet before you can adopt a child. Some of them require you to be at least 18 years older than the child's parents, and you must also be financially stable. You can adopt children from basically all over the country nowadays, but some of the most popular adoption places are China, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Ukraine, Ethiopia. It is also required that you, or at least one of the parents, is a citizen of the United States. Usually, people tend to adopt babies or younger kids versus older kids.
in most cases, females are more likely to be adopted over males.
Having the option to adopt children from different countries has really broadened our social society and has mixed the mixing pot, or the melting pot as some people call it. Especially in Seattle, I've met so many people who were adopted, and I met so many people adopted actually from the same country I was adopted from around the same time, which is really neat.
I think that having international adoption and adoption itself is a really great thing for our country. Adoption gives opportunities to make and grow more families, and it gives an opportunity to children that need a home and a better way of living.
This broke cultural barriers within the U.S. and provided a better understanding of what diversity and welcoming community looks like.